going, everyone? Mega Mashers here, and I do apologize for being shirtless. I just got off work, and there's no way in hell that I was going to be spending another second in my sweaty-ass uniform, especially in a hot-as-hell basement that I do all my videos in. And I'm exhausted as well, but you know what? I am not going to let that dampen my spirits and dampen the energy that I want to put in to these videos for your guys' entertainment, because you know what? I love making these videos as long as you guys are entertained by them. And speaking of you guys, I want to really extend a thank you for the fact that you guys gave me your feedback on which way you prefer my Pokemon reviews to be done, whether it be in the PowerPoint form or whether it be in the form that I did the last time, where it featured Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir. And you guys obviously like this way better. It's cleaner, it's neater, straighter to the point, and the visuals are that much better and they stand out. So, the audience has spoken, and I shall listen. So, in this video, we are going to be going over the 3 elemental monkeys. And you're probably wondering, well, bro, that's going to be a big fucking video. Not really, because all 3 of these elemental monkeys are so similar. Not just in design, not just in stat distribution, not just in their move pool, but also ability-wise too, if you think about it. So firstly, let's go over Simisage. So it is the grass type. Now grass has resistances to the likes of electric, grass, ground, and water. Those are pretty sexy. That's a pretty awesome set of resistances, but something that isn't quite as appealing would be its weaknesses. That being to bug, fire, flying, ice, and poison. That's not fun at all, bro. That is not fun. So let's take a look at the abilities here. The first ability he gets is Gluttony, and what Gluttony does is rather than consuming your pinch berries at 25% or below of your health, you're actually able to consume your pinch berries at 50% or below of your health. That means that if you're packing a stat boosting berry, you could get your second win a lot quicker than you think. And its hidden ability is Overgrow, and Overgrow allows for you to have a boost in the power of your grass-type moves by 50% when you're at a third of your health or below. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the stats here real quick. We got 75 on the HP, 98 in both the attack and the special attack, 63 in both the defense and special defense, and 101 on the speed. That is actually pretty good, especially the speed, because of the fact that the base 101 speed means that you actually outspeed base 100 Pokemon, and that is so trollish because base 100 speed is actually very good, but the fact that you have just that extra 1 base speed point, oh man, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. And want to know something else that's annoying about these monkeys? Is the kind of move pool that these guys pack, because it's so fucking deep, it's unbelievable. But we'll get to that in just one moment. Let's take a look at Simisear right quick. Simisear, very similar to Simisage in both the design, stat distribution, and the abilities to an extent. Only differences would be the fire type. Fire, you resist bug, fairy, fire, grass, ice, and steel. And you're weak to ground, rock, and water. But you want to know something? That's actually okay, because having 6 resistances versus 3 weaknesses, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You can actually have quite the advantage in terms of type, which means that if you switch in on a resisted hit, even with your bad defenses, you'll be able to eat that up pretty good if it's not boosted or stupidly overpowered, and you'll be able to set up and proceed to sweep, essentially. So, the same abilities that it has, its base ability would be Gluttony, and I already went over that, we don't need to go over that again, but the hidden ability it gets, Blaze. Blaze is very similar to Overgrow, but it works for fire types, and it does so in the very same fashion. When you're at a third of your health or below, your fire type moves get a 50% power boost, and that can be a game changer. And lastly, let's just go ahead and take a look at Simipour. Simipour, same stat distribution, and its design is very similar to the other 2 monkeys. And this happens to be my favorite design, my favorite out of them, because it's a water type, and I love water types. And speaking of water types, They are fucking awesome because they have quite the set of resistances. It's fire, ice, steel, and water that they're resistant to, and they're weak to only electric and grass. Excuse me. Now, that right there can be very easily patched up. Just get a dragon type, or you can get a fellow grass type to absorb those two types. Sorry. So that's pretty much all I have to say for the three monkeys. Let's navigate our way to Pokemon Showdown and get into the set breakdown for all three of them. So as you see here, I have two sets each that I would like to share with you guys for the three elemental monkeys that can make very good use of them. So first, we'll go with Simisage, and this is going to be a full-on special attacking set. And I just want to point out that for all of these sets that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, it's going to feature Life Orb, which is, let me just highlight that real quick. It is an item that boosts the power of your moves by 30% at the cost of 10% of your health. Now that's actually not bad, considering that the three elemental monkeys are a glass cannon. The Life Orb recoil is not going to really be that big a deal, and we will also be going with their hidden abilities because it benefits them just that much better than their standard abilities, that being Gluttony. So, the first move I want to go over, Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot is nasty. It will boost your special attack by 2 stages in 1 turn, and after that, you're pretty much set to go. Factor in the fact that Life Orb boosts the power of your moves, you're good to go, baby. The first move I'd like to introduce you to, the first attacking move I'd like to introduce you to, is going to be Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm is balls to the walls, just maximum power slugging. Base 130 power, base 90 accuracy can miss, and it sucks because there's a drawback. You get a -2 special attack drop. So if you're worried about that shit, guess what I got for you? We got Giga Drain, and what Giga Drain does is it has no drawbacks. Other than the fact that, yeah, base 75 power, it's not very comparable, not very good in comparison to base 130, but base 75 power is respectable. Not to mention, it's an attack that doesn't miss, it has no drawbacks, and also half the damage that you inflict gets converted into health restoration for Simisage. And factor in the fact that this also mitigates the negative recoil from Life Orb. Oh, baby, you are fucking good to go. You are golden! Up next, we got Focus Blast, which is a very powerful fighting-type special move. Base 120 power, base 70% accuracy. It does have a chance to miss, obviously, but this thing hits steel types very, very hard with Focus Blast. And fighting and grass-type coverage is actually pretty nice. You want to know something else that's pretty nice? How about the fact that we got Hidden Power Rock? Hidden Power Rock covers 4 out of 5 of Simisage's weaknesses, that being to Bug, Fire, Ice, and Flying. That is awesome. Not to mention, this gives great coverage with grass and fighting type moves. And it's going to offer very, very little chance to switch in safely without taking a huge chunk of HP, tearing a strip out of your opponent's sides, making fucking chicken strips and chicken wings like a KFC family fucking bucket. Now let's just go ahead and take a look at the EV spread here real quick. So, we got maximum special attack and maximum speed. And take a look at this. Because we have a hidden power, most notably Hidden Power Rock, the IVs are slightly different. We have 30 in the defense, 30 in the special defense, and 30 into speed. So, I just want you to make note of that you are going to be -1 speed point if you happen to go up against a rival Simisage, Simisiar, or Simipour. You could potentially be outsped. But because you're base 101 speed, if you run into Pokemon with base 100 speed, even if they run a speed positive nature, you're still going to be able to outspeed them, so it's not going to be that big a deal. You're good to go, baby. So that right there covers the special attacking set for Simisage. Allow me to introduce you to a more mixed set, and I fucking love this set. I love this idea. So this right here is pretty much balls to the walls, come in, hit as hard as you can, try to take something out. We got Leaf Storm, and because this thing is going to be a mixed attacker, you really don't need to worry so much about the -2 special attack drop, because you got your physical attacks to fall back on. Up next, we got Knockoff. Knockoff, such an awesome move. Not to mention the fact that the PU/NU tiers are littered with Psychic-type Pokemon, and they're pretty bulky with Eviolite. Knockoff happens to get rid of your opponent's item, and because it's a dark type move, it's going to be super effective. And factor in the fact that it does 50% more damage when you knock off your opponent's held item, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt! Oh man, it's going to hurt real bad. Up next, we got Gunk Shot to take care of Fairy-type Pokemon, as well as Rival Grass-type Pokemon, such as Rival Simisage, such as Leafeon, Tangela, and Jumpluff, which are all very troublesome in their respective tiers. So Gunk Shot, definitely a must-have on this set, in my opinion. And lastly, we got Superpower for very, very bulky and troublesome Steel-type Pokemon, most notably Probopass, which is 4 times weak to Superpower because of its Rock and Steel typing. But that's alright, that's fine, bro. I mean, you can be as bulky as you want, but taking a 4 times super effective hit from a Life Orb boosted Superpower Simisage, you're not going to be lasting that much longer, bro. So let's just take a look at the EV spread here real quick. I went with the Naive Nature to lower your special defense and increase your speed. That way, you are not at risk of being picked apart by priority moves, which are most notably physical. So we got max on the physical attack, max on the speed, and we got 4 into your special attack. Now, if you want, because of the fact that Leaf Storm is going to be your primary stab move, you can take a little bit out of your attack, put it into your special attack just to have a little bit more oomph in your Leaf Storm and possibly score a come-from-behind KO. You never know, right? But that's really your preference right there. I mean, Smogon suggests max attack and max speed, then they obviously know what they're doing. So up next, we have Simisear. Simisear is a fucking hot monkey. It's hot as hell in battle. And something else that's hot is this set. So, once again, we're rocking the Life Orb, we're rocking the hidden ability, that being Blaze this time. We got Nasty Plot to boost your special attack by 2 stages. We got Fire Blast to be a very reliable, no drawback Fire-type move, even though it does have a chance to miss with 85% accuracy. It's base 110 power. It's 20%, it's 20 points higher than Flamethrower, and it also is 20 points lower than Overheat, but it doesn't have the negative, the -2 special attack drop, so you're fine, bro. You're fine. Just every now and then it misses, and that leaves a lot to be desired. Oh boy. Up next, we got Focus Blast for that awesome fighting type coverage, and hits things that Fire Blast cannot. Up next, we got Grass Knot, and Grass Knot, so good! So fucking good and clean with fighting and fire type coverage, not to mention, this destroys Rock, Water, and Ground type Pokemon. And as I mentioned earlier, those 3 types happen to be weaknesses of Simisear. Weaknesses be no more, because they're going to be gone thanks to Grass Knot. Especially thanks to Nasty Plot and Life Orb. Yep, see ya, bye. And we'll go with the EV spread just to go over real quick. So we have max special attack and max speed as per normal, and as you would normally expect from a special attacker like Simisear. It's going to be pretty much balls to the wall, go as fast as you can, hit as hard as you can, and not really worry so much about your defenses because they're already bad as it is. And Life Orb doesn't really, the negative recoil from Life Orb doesn't really make that much a difference to your defenses because you're pretty much frail and you're going to go down to any strong hit. So it's best to get that power boost from Life Orb if you want to have immediate power. So up next, we'll go with a mixed set for Simisear. So we're going to be rocking the Overheat. Overheat is balls to the wall, maximum power, maximum slugging. It's base 130, fire type, special type move. It's fucking awesome. But something that's not awesome is the fact that it does have a small chance to miss, and it has a -2 special attack drop. So use it sparingly. Although you don't need to worry so much about switching out immediately because you do have your physical attack still live back on. Up next, we got Rock Slide. Rock Slide goes very good with fire-type moves as this destroys flying-type and rival fire-type Pokemon as well as bug-type Pokemon. So if you're worried, if you're going to be playing in higher tiers and you run into things like Fletchinder, Rock Slide says hello. Rock Slide says you're gone. Rock Slide says bye-bye, no more Fletchinder. Up next, We got superpower to deal with pesky-ass fucking Probopass and any other bulky seal types. And lastly, well, we got Grass Knot. Grass Knot is almost a must on Simisear. That way you can deal much better with your three weaknesses, which all happen to be be dealt super effective damage from Grass Knot. And if we go to the EV spread real quick, I'm actually just going to change it to Naive because we want to have our physical defense intact and not have it dropped in any way, shape, and form. That way you're not as susceptible to being picked off by physical priority moves. So as you see here, we have max physical attack, max speed, and the rest into special attack. Now, if you want, considering that this is a mixed attacking Simisear, you have 2 special attacks and 2 physical attacks, you can almost get away with doing this. Splitting your investment right down the middle for your offenses. Yeah, sure, your end result is 264 in both your attack and special attack, but factor in Life Orb and you're going to be having some extra power in all of your attacks, and this right here is a more balanced spread, but Smogon suggests you run maximum attacks, so it might be better off to do it that way, but that right there is just kind of a suggestion. And always run Naive Nature on all 3 of these monkeys if you're going with Mixed. So, that's all I gotta say about Simisear. Let's move on to Simipour. Oh, buddy. And this one here, my favorite of them all. So, we got Nasty Plot to allow you to have a +2 special attack boost in 1 turn. We do have Scald as an alternative to Hydro Pump, because this thing doesn't miss and it has a 30% chance to burn, which is very, very nifty and can definitely turn the tide in battle. But if you want to go balls to the wall and just have just that much more power, you can go with Hydro Pump. However, it does have an 80 base accuracy, so it can miss sometimes. Up next, we got Ice Beam. Ice Beam destroys Grass-type Pokemon, which is one of its weaknesses, so it's very good coverage. And Ice Beam is just an awesome attack all around. Up next, we got Focus Blast for Fighting-type coverage, and when you couple that with Ice and Water-type coverage, wow. You're going to be very hard to switch into. And we'll take a look at the EV spread here real quick. So we got 252 in the special attack, 4 into special defense, and 252 into speed to allow you to be as fast and as powerful as possible. It's pretty self-explanatory here, and as I alluded to earlier, for all these sets, we're going to be going with the Life Orb to allow you to have more power in the moves immediately, and we will be going with their hidden abilities because it benefits them more offensively straight out. The last set I want to go over for Simipour is going to be a mixed attacking set, and I don't know why it's hasty. Let's go with Naive. You always want to run Naive. So we got Hydro Pump for balls to the wall, maximum potential for water-type power. Base 110 power is absolutely amazing. However, what's not amazing is the fact that not only does it have no additional effect, but it can miss. Up next, we got Gunk Shot to take care of its Grass-type weakness, as well as hit Fairies for super effective damage. Up next, we have Low Kick to deal with the likes of Probopass, which is not only 4 times weak to fighting-type moves like Low Kick, but it's also pretty heavy, too. And then we got Knockoff to deal some very, very awesome damage, and very awesome checks to utility that heavily relies on their items, because Knockoff slaps that opponent's held item down so they can no longer use it in battle, and it gets a 50% power boost if you end up knocking off the opponent's held item. And considering, as I said before, in much lower tiers there are very bulky Psychic-type Pokemon, well, they're not going to appreciate a boosted knockoff to the face. And as for the EV spread, we're going to maximize the physical attack and maximize the speed and have the rest put into special attack. Now, as I have said, the option's always open where you can take away some of the attack, put it into special attack so that your Hydro Pumps have a little bit more power. And because of the fact that it's your main stab move, there you go. So, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the 3 elemental monkeys. I hope you enjoyed this 3 for the price of 1 video. And if you did, well, be sure to leave 3 times the amount of love if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and be sure to rate, comment, subscribe to the craziest soon-to-be Poketuber there is. And also to a Poketuber that loves everybody in the community, because this is our community, okay? This ain't just mine. Sure, the channel's under my name, Mega Masher's my fucking brand name, but you know what? No. This wouldn't be my channel without all of you guys. It's all of our channel. Get that. It's all of our channel. It's all of our community. I love all of you equally. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good one. I shall see you guys next upload. Woohoo!